Hello, my perfect Pisces, and welcome back to our general weekend energy reading. Do you remember this is just a general energy reading? So please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also check out the other signs in your chart in case they resonate with you more. However, if you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really does help my channel. It's free and it helps it get to the other Pisces. So why not, right? Alrighty, for this we are going to use a regular deck here. We don't use reversals because it is just an energy reading. We use another regular deck for your challenge card and 3 oracle decks to help us get a full picture. So I hope that interests you. These are some big cards you have right here. So we are starting with your Empress card, which lets me know that you are feeling like you're finishing out the week. Probably you've put in a pretty serious work week is how I'm feeling with this, because you are finally able to relax, rest, and enjoy the fruits of your abundance, okay? The fruits of your labor, rather. So I do feel like you've put in a work week. You are, you're finally able to relax as the Empress and enjoy yourself, enjoy what all you've done. So kudos to you, and do enjoy your weekend. This is followed up by the Ace of Pentacles. So you are also going to be super abundant from this. Now, whether this is because you work like independently or own your own business, and maybe you worked really hard and the fruits of your labor you're seeing are really paying off, checks are coming in from all the work you've done. This could be where you're getting a cash infusion from things like, a settlement, a, tax return, a something else, but, abundance from that. Or this could be, where you are getting opportunities coming in for, additional work, additional jobs, job opportunities, investments. You may be getting an investment that's paying off all of a sudden, and this is why you're able to kind of sit back and just enjoy the fruits of your investment labor, and it is paid off huge. But for whatever reason, however it's coming through, you are going to be really enjoying some positive financial abundance from this, okay, this weekend and going forward. So it's looking fantastic. Down here we have the Justice card, and the Justice card is letting me know that this could involve a court, of course, with justice. That's, so if you are waiting for a lawsuit to come through, or you're waiting for a settlement to come through, or you're waiting for, some decision from the courts that is going to grant you some sort of funds in any way, shape, or form, that could come through, and that could be your funds, okay? But this could also just mean justice in general. So if you have been, battling for a job, for a long time and you got it, if you've been battling for a promotion, if you've been battling for a bonus, if you've been struggling, working your tail off for all of these things, a raise, whatever it may be, and you finally get it, this is your justice. If this is something where, you work on your own, you are working for yourself as an independent contractor type person, all of a sudden your work is getting recognition, you're getting word of mouth, business is coming, you're finally getting your justice, your just dues, for all the hard work you've really put in. Again, you're that Empress, and you're now seeing the fruits of your labor come to fruition, and it is paying off in huge abundance. And this is your justice, because you have worked your tail off for this, okay? So whatever it is, this is all such positive energy. You're getting justice in a way that is completely going to be monetarily beautiful, okay, for you. Could be beautiful in other ways as well, but certainly I am seeing monetary justice for you, for sure. So definitely keep that in mind. But let's see what challenge card you might have, because as with anything else, there's always a slight challenge. Hopefully it's just slight. Can be big challenges, but it could be small challenge. But let's see what we've got going on here. Oops, bear with me here, and let's see. Alrighty, so your challenge card is the Hermit. Okay, so this could be something where because you've worked so hard, because you've worked so much, your challenge may be that you are exhausted and you want to stay in, you want to become a hermit, you're beat, you're tired, you've been busting your hump for a hot minute, and you've made a boatload here, or you are getting a boatload if it's from something that you've battled and fought for. And again, the Empress is a motherly, maternal figure. So this may be something where you get back child support, you're getting, something like that. Whatever it could be, like I said. But it may be because it's a cash infusion or something, your idea is to just, you just want to sit inside, relax, do nothing. However, okay, this could be a challenge for you because one, you may just hate to sit inside, but you're exhausted. So that may be a challenge. But two, this may be a challenge if this is the situation where you're getting justice because your business has taken off. If you're a person who works for yourself, or if you're a person who just got a raise or promotion, now you're exhausted. You worked so hard to get there. You're making more money. You're doing all these things, but now you're almost too exhausted to continue on with it. All these new opportunities coming in, these new people who want you to do work for them, all this stuff, because everybody's recognizing your talents now, but you're so exhausted, you want to just stay inside, you kind of just chill, kind of be left alone. And two, you can't even enjoy the money that you've made because you've worked so hard to make it that you kind of just want to close yourself up and be left alone for a while. So that could be your hermit energy. The opposite could be true too. If you are the other extreme, is that you're, with the hermit being the challenge card, is you are going the opposite way. You don't want to be a hermit. So what's happening is now that you have all this money that you maybe didn't have before, and because you've been working so hard, you really want to go out, not be a hermit anymore, because all you've done is work, focus on that, do nothing, have no social life. And you want to go out and do the opposite, absolute extreme, from one extreme to the other, right? And that could get you into some trouble, okay? You could be partying too much. You could be out and about, getting, spending all your money, blowing through it, drinking too much, things that are unhealthy for you, different things like that. That could end up in the justice issue here. You could get a DUI, anything like that. So, it could be that if you're on the opposite end of that scale. So I would say with the Hermit card to be moderate, okay? Moderation. If you're exhausted, I get it, but still try to just, keep a balance. If you want to go out and enjoy yourself, enjoy some of the fruits of your labor, do so, but be moderate. All things in moderation. So let's get some clarification cards and see if we can get some more enlightenment, as it were, on these, if we can, for you. And this is the psychic deck, so we will go ahead and use that to see what we can find out about your Empress. Alrighty. Alright, so our Empress, it's saying heartache and loss. Okay, so I think the Empress is something where at this point, I feel as though maybe you've gotten over a heartache or loss, but this could be related to a heartache or loss. Again, maybe part of why you threw yourself into work so much, you threw yourself so deeply into focusing on these finances, or if you are into a court battle, it could be revolving around this heartache or loss. Maybe you're in a medical malpractice suit because you lost a child. Maybe you are in a fight over a divorce or a support case, something like that, because heartache from an ex, okay? Could be any of those things. Maybe you broke up with somebody or lost a loved one, something like that, and you get an inheritance, okay? Or maybe you, the reason you had a breakup and you threw yourself into work to kind of get over that. And so that's what's caused you to go into work. But I do feel like what's made you reach this Empress level by working so hard has to do in some form or fashion with heartache and loss. But I do feel like that is how you are going to kind of get to where you go. So from heartache and loss, you can rise like a phoenix from the ashes, right? And you can rebuild stronger, better, faster, all of that kind of stuff. And I do think that's what you're doing here for sure. So let's see what we've got. This is the Moon deck, and we'll see what we've got here on the Hermit card and the Ace of Pentacles, because clearly financially you, from the heartache and loss, unfortunately, and of course money can never replace someone you love, but it is some sort of peace to know that at least you might have gotten justice if that was the case in some regard. So let's see what we've got on this one. Creation. Okay, so again, I feel like with this Hermit here, what it's telling you is that you need to keep on being creative, okay? So do not close yourself in just because you have made all of this money, just because you have, decided to, either close yourself in or go out and just blow money, party it up because you've worked so hard. I think this is saying that the answer is to just stay creative, okay? You may have got here by being creative, and that's how you've made all your money. Or if you go in your house, you're not gonna be as creative, okay? If you are in hermit mode, if you're going out partying all the time, you can't be as creative. What it's saying here is stay creative. This is how you made your money. This is how you make your base. You are a smart, creative person. You have been able to be creative in ways to find ways to make money, to build yourself up, to get through heartache and loss. You have been creative in being able to solve problems. You are a creative person, okay? So this is basically telling you that in order to get through anything that you need to keep you from going one way or the other to an extreme with this Hermit card, just stay in your lane, okay? And your lane is a creative work lane, okay? Doesn't mean you have to keep working at the pace you've worked. And it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself a little bit. Doesn't mean you can't relax a little bit. But it does mean you need to kind of stay in your focus lane. Stay where you're creative, where you thrive. Don't go one extreme or the other with the Hermit. Don't go too wild, getting outside crazy, and don't shut yourself in and not be creative, okay? So, because that's not going to help anybody. Alrighty, so the Justice card here. Let's see what we can find out about that. Alrighty. So let's see, on the Justice card, we have, and I do believe you are getting justice, and that is possibly related, that's certainly related to the finances that we have here. Alrighty, so here we have, when peace is your priority, negativity cannot exist. How can you see through the eyes of source energy and prioritize your inner peace? So again, I think this is what's happened. You were creative in your solutions of how to deal with your heartache and loss, okay? You worked through them. You may have tried to find justice if this was something where you were done wrong in a divorce situation or a medical situation, or you lost a child based on, something that was, an accident or a medical issue or something like that where they were done wrong, or lost a family member or a friend or something of that nature. I think you were creative in the solution of that, and that may be how you sought justice. If you suffered heartache because of this, that maybe your justice is, that you got something from that heartache or loss. So you were creative in that. You were creative enough to work through it to help yourself cope. So whatever it is, I think what you've done is you've taken a negative and you've turned it into a positive. And that's exactly what this card's saying. And it's saying that as long as you continue to do that, you will have inner peace. Not only will you have this abundance here, but you will have justice, which will give you inner peace, okay? Because nothing can fix a loss or a heartache. Nothing's going to completely fix that. We know that. You can't replace somebody or something that you love or care about with money, but you can feel like you've been given some sort of justice, some sort of justice has been served in some regard. So I do feel like that's what it's saying. I do feel like you will get your justice, and I do feel like it will be in a monetary sense. And I do feel like as long as you stay balanced and focused and in your lane, you will continue to thrive in a positive and non-negative space. So I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If it did not, check out your other signs. Otherwise, do come back next week for your love reading.